So, we have completed the bottom piece. We've learned how to create a rectangle out of the rectangle feature and lines. We've done our back piece. We've dimensioned while we draw with our text boxes, and we've dimensioned after we finished our drawing. We've done our side piece. We've done 4 lines and a dimension, and then we've done the chamfer after we have extruded our sketch. We have done the top, once again chamfering after extruding. So now we need to do the front piece. This is the hardest one. We chamfer after the extrude. This is pretty much for every single one. We can draw the circle during the sketch. We can cut extrude a circle after our first extrusion, or we could set a center point and then define a hole. So this one will be a bit more time intensive than our other ones. So we will create a new document, call it our front. This is probably the most appropriate one, where we will choose the front plane. Then we'll choose the front of our view cube, and then our overall, once again, is a rectangle. Our bottom of our piece is 5.5 inches. And then our length is 8 inches. And I'm going to draw in a circle before extruding. Now we need to set some dimensions for our circle. We need to set 3 dimensions. How big the circle is, and then 2 positional dimensions, how far it is from our x-axis and how far it is from our y-axis. So let's dimension our circle, and that dimension is 2.5 inches. It actually doesn't super matter. We can make it 2 inches. The only thing that I care about is the dimension from the center point to our, I'm just going to do the top because it's easier, and that is 2.75 inches. No, it's not. It's 2.5 inches. I got confused with my own notes. Now our dimension from our side is half of 5.5. Now we know, because I put it on our drawing, to be 2.75, and that is half of 5.5. If we did not know that, we could input a formula. We could put in 5.5 divided by 2, and that equals 2.75. All of our lines are now black. We have located our hole positionally, we have put a size to it, and now we can extrude our sketch. And we will extrude. Now there are 2 features that you could click on. You could click on the circle, but we don't want to do that. Or you could click on the outer besides our circle. And we want to make that 0.75 inches. And then we can chamfer just like we did our roof. If we want the roof to sit on it perfectly, then we're going to need to do, once again, a distance and an angle, a 30-degree angle, and a 0.75 inch distance. And then our front piece would be done. Now let's show you a couple of other methods. We will delete chamfer, we will delete the extrusion, we will go in to our sketch, we will delete our sketch, and then we will extrude our rectangle. After we extrude 0.75 inches, and after we chamfer with a distance and angle of 0.75 and 30 degrees, that will be our starting point for the next two options. So now we need to sketch from the front of our front piece. We will again project our geometry that we have created, so that way we can tie dimensions to it. We can then dimension a hole size to be 2 inches, distance from the top to be 2.5, distance from the side to be 2 3/4. Apparently it will not allow us to do spaces and slashes, so we'll do 2.75. And then we can cut or remove the hole. We'll just leave that 1 inch dimension there. And that's the same as what we had before. The next way that we can do it, we'll go back into our sketch. We will delete the hole, we will delete the circle, and then we will input a point. So that's a point that we want the center of our hole to be. Then we dimension the location just like we dimensioned the center point of a circle. 5.5 divided by 2. Dimensioned from the top is 2.5. We will finish that. And now we have a new feature that I haven't talked about yet. We have a hole feature. And we can select the sketch point to place a hole. That is our sketch point. And we want the diameter of our hole to be 2 inches. And that is all we have to do for the sake of this simple through hole. After that, we are complete. We can export this. Download it to our download folder. And then we can work on assembling our birdhouse. Congratulations, you finished all the pieces.